Justice Department is asking a federal judge to pause the discovery process for a week in the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the man mistakenly deported to El Salvador. The judge said last night the administration has willfully and intentionally ignored court orders to provide updates on what steps they've taken, if any, to facilitate his return to the U.S. CBS News immigration and politics reporter Camilo Montoya-Galvez is here in Studio 57 to break it down. What more can you tell us about this request by the Trump administration? What does this mean?
Well, inside the Justice Department, the Trump administration, by extension, is seeking to have this case effectively halted for the time being for at least 7 days a week. They are seeking for the judge to order a halt to the daily updates that the government has been mandated to provide every single day as to the whereabouts of Mr. Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who we now know has been transferred to a different detention facility in El Salvador. He was initially held at that notorious mega prison known as Secot until being transferred to the other site. And they also want a pause on the discovery process that this judge in Maryland has ordered to basically force and compel the administration to provide documents and sworn testimony from officials as to what steps, if any, they are taking to comply with their binding legal order, which is that the administration has to and is required to facilitate the return of this man to the U.S. As you know, the Justice Department continues to argue that there's little the U.S. can do now because he's now in Salvadorian custody.
Do we know when the judge might rule on these requests?
No idea. No.
Okay. Today's also a big day in the case of Mahmoud Khalil. This is the Columbia University student activist being held in Louisiana after he was detained by agents last month. His wife just gave birth in New York. He wasn't there. Why is today a big day? What do we expect from this case?
Just to level set, Lindsay, I attended Khalil's immigration court hearing in Louisiana earlier in April, and an immigration judge at the Justice Department found that he is deportable and removable under one of the legal grounds that the administration has been citing to justify his detention and potential deportation. That is that determination by Secretary of State Marco Rubio that found that his presence here and his activities here threatened the foreign policy interests of the country. Now the judge has given his lawyers, Khalil's lawyers, until today to file any applications like asylum that would prevent that deportation under that ground from occurring. So they have until today to file any applications for relief that could come in the form of, again, asylum, but also something called withholding of removal, which is another legal protection from deportation. We expect that to happen. Once that happens, Lindsay, that will trigger another chapter in this legal case, and they will contest and fight over whether or not he actually qualifies for relief.
Let's talk about another case. A federal judge in Vermont hearing arguments from lawyers for Mohsen Madawi asking for his immediate release. He had shown up to an immigration interview in Vermont, right? And he was taken into custody. What should we know about the latest in his case?
Well, the judge in Vermont did not issue a ruling on the merits of this case yet, but he did continue his order that currently prohibits and bars the Trump administration from moving Mr. Madawi away from Vermont and also from the U.S., from deporting him. So he will continue to be held by ICE in Vermont while lawyers and the Trump administration fight it out to see whether or not the administration actually has legal grounds to detain him and to ultimately remove him from the country.
Okay, Camilo Montoya-Galvez, thank you.